Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, we are going to talk about very different kinds of subject. That is about loud music. The festival season has been going on during the Christmas, during Ramadan, during Diwali. We don't give a thought. We don't pay any kind of attention, and we have music around 200 decibel going on, and this music scientifically proven that this kind of pop music can cause dementia, can cause brain damage. Now, if we are not going to listen to this, what the scientists have been saying, then we have to be ready to suffer from any kind of dementia, any kind of neurological problems caused by the pop music. 200 plus decibel of the music can definitely damage our brain cell, and that damaged brain cell can cause us several different kinds of neurological disorder or disease. I have actually chosen 4 points. Point number one is noisy music can cause dementia. When the music is too loud, too noisy, pop music, drums are being beat, and all kinds of musical instruments are being played and used and abused and all that, and the noise is so deafening that we cannot hear ourselves. This kind of music can definitely cause dementia, meaning some kind of mental disorder in our mental capacity. Our cerebral capacity can be damaged because of this kind of pop music being played above about 200 decibels. Point number two is pop music can damage our brain cells. Our brain cells actually like tranquil atmosphere, tranquil milieu. Tranquil milieu means our brain cells are going to relax and they grow faster. But when this kind of music about 200 or 250 decibel is being played, then our brain cell actually become absolutely kind of inactive. And when they become kind of inactive, they begin to get damaged and they begin to die off too. So pop music can actually have very detrimental, very dangerous, and very negative impact on our cerebral faculty. We must be very careful about it and keep the pop music as far away as possible. Anything that we do in extreme, we have to pay the very heavy price. Remember, extremes are not grata, extremes are not innocuous. As Mahavir Swami or Gautam Buddha, most probably Gautam Buddha has said, everything in extreme is bad, everything in moderation is good. So moderation means volume of the music should also be in moderation, and moderation music means soothing music, soft music can actually relax our brain cells and our cerebral faculty. It can cause frontal temporal dementia. Frontal temporal dementia means our temporal brain, front side of the brain is called front temporal, can actually suffer from dementia. Too much high decibel noise can cause these kind of problems to our frontal region of our brain, or temporal temporal area of our brain can be caused by the very high decibel of like pop music. It can cause our blood pressure to go high. It can actually make us irritable. It can actually damage our brain cell, and it can cause many different kinds of maladies which are not still detected. Point number four is it can cause cluster headache, tumor, and dyslexia. It can cause cluster headache. We can suffer from cluster headache. Cluster headache is very painful, excruciatingly painful headache. and it is mostly incurable. There is no cure, there is no easy cure available for that. If you are willing to go through very rigorous, time-consuming and tedious procedure of different kinds of surgical means, then and then cluster headache can be cured. So we can get cluster headache easily by exposing ourselves to this kind of pop music. Tumors. Brain tumor can also be caused by high decibel, 250, 300 decibel of noise coming from the pop music. Dyslexia. Learning disability can also be caused by this kind of high decibel, noisy, irritating, deafening, and very detrimental decibel of music. So stay away from this kind of music. Diwali time is going on. We play very, very loud music that we can actually feel pain in our ears and in our brain. This kind of music should be contained, and even during the same time that Muslim festival is also coming, that Eid Miladun Nabi, on that day also huge noise will be created, especially afternoon when they are going to take out the procession. There will be hundreds of loudspeakers carrying carts, and the noise would be so deafening, so detrimental that we cannot even listen to ourselves. No, that is barbaric thing to do. No religion has actually said that do such a thing. We do such a thing not to please God, but please ourselves. You remember, we can fool ourselves, we can fool the society, but we cannot fool the God. There is no any kind of religiosity or ritual behind playing the music from the loudspeaker, 4 loudspeaker or 10 loudspeaker, and going gaga after this kind of noise from the masjid or from the temple or from church. Nowhere, no God has said that you can actually go for this kind of loudest noise with the highest decibel and damage everyone's hearing, damage everyone's brain's capacity, and make people to suffer from dementia and the cluster headache and the tumor and all other kinds of temporal damages and dementia. No, God doesn't want anything at all to be done by human which is detrimental to other human. We must refrain from all kinds of activities damaging others, even to the extent that the Nabi of Islam has said that you recite even recite Quran so low that the person sleeping in the next door neighbor or next room person is sleeping, he should not be disturbed. He has also said that when a traveler is sleeping, taking rest in the masjid, and it is a time for namaz or calling azan, at that time, call of namaz should be delayed just because that person who is taking rest should not be disturbed. Human value, human life, human itself has been given utmost significance in every religion. And here we don't have any kind of calm or compunction damaging the human being. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet. Amen. And God grant us, bestow us the right kind of prudence to do the right thing. Right kind of prudence to do the right thing. Amen.